Hi everyone, my name is Enda and this is The Yarn and the Restless. And I have started this video like 5 times already. It's been 2 months since I made my last video again, and I think that's just kind of my, that's how I'm gonna, why can't I speak? That's how it is in the summertime for me. I just can't make these videos during summer. Summer is still here, but as soon as September happens, everyone knows it's leaving soon, myself included, and it's bittersweet. I really enjoyed this summer as much as I can, and this is the first time I'm not excited about fall and winter. I love knitting outside, I like hanging out with my friends outside, and last winter, I was just like so done with being inside all the time. So it's bittersweet, but here we are. I have a bunch of stuff around me to show what I've been working on. And I wanted to make this video in particular because next week I am leaving for my trip to Copenhagen. And I wanted to do this before I do that because I'm sure I'm gonna have a lot of stuff to show after that. And I'm not trying to have videos that are hours long. So I don't know where to begin because nothing is organized and it's just splayed out all in front of me. I will say that I tried to set up my microphone today. Remember when I had one? And I've since got had a new phone last year. I got a new phone, and I went to plug my microphone in and it doesn't even, it's not a Lightning C port. So it doesn't even work, but I tried. So hopefully you don't hate the audio. Okay, this is what I'm going to start with. Did I look at the last video to see what I showed? No, I have no idea. But I have been working on this for quite some time. It's with a verb for keeping warm yarn, which is all naturally dyed. And I only have one sleeve done, but it's very cute. I'm sorry if there's lots of background noise. That's just the way it is. I don't know what to say about this. I haven't made a video in a long time and I'm just like, there it is, look at it. It's just a v-neck cardigan with a little wave pattern with these really cute sleeves. I think this design took me a really long time to finally get it to this point, mostly because I didn't know what I was going to do with the sleeves. I had a plan and it just kept changing, and I'm really happy that I waited and did this because this came to me not that long ago and I love it. I will say, like, this detail is to me super cute, but you have to tie this bow before you put it on. You can't tie a bow. I can't tie a bow one-handed, but maybe you can. So here's that. I am working on the pattern and I would like to get the test call out before I leave next week. So fingers crossed that I can do that. Yeah, so if you like that too and you want to make it, you can sign up. I don't know if I've ever shown this, but I made this early last year. I don't know, but I've only been making these videos for a year or so, so it would be before I started making YouTube videos. But I made this with leftover yarn I had and I love it. I love this so much. I actually don't know why I haven't been wearing it. I've maybe worn it like twice, but I'm coming to realize that when I finish knitting something, sometimes it takes it sitting safely in like plastic container or bag in my closet for over a year for me to come back to and then enjoy. I don't think I'm alone with that, but I don't think it's that common either. Usually I would imagine when you finish making something, you are wearing it and having a great time wearing it. That's just not been the case for me. But it's just a standard little vest. It's kind of V-shaped. It goes in on the sides and I really like it. It's very soft, especially this light pinkish purple. It was a cashmere blend, and I only had a tiny bit of it, and I think it was like the perfect thing to stash bust with. The one thing I would change if I made this again is the shape of the neck. It's also very V, which is fine. I think it works, but that's that. I'm also not typically into waist decreasing. I like a more boxy fit, but I am okay with this. So that's that. That's my scrappy vest I made a long time ago, and there's no pattern for it. I was gonna make a pattern for it, and I was making a second version holding, I think this is DK weight. I don't know, it was too long ago, but I was holding 2 fingering weight like sock yarns together, making another one, and that's in my closet. I don't know if I'll ever get back to it. So that's that. Thanks for listening to that. I made this. This little moon person. I still need to I have my phone on cinematic and it's only focusing on my face. I still need to like make little embroidery patches for the eyes, maybe the mouth. Maybe I'll just embroider the mouth right on, or maybe no mouth, I don't know. And then it'll be a little moon person. I don't really know why I made this, other than I made my friend a little star person for his birthday, and then I decided to make a moon one. I'll try to put a photo of Starboy here. Also this, well, if I put a photo, then I don't need to talk about that. Yeah, so this is crochet. I used yarn that one of my friends sent me. We kind of like yarn swapped with each other, which was really nice and fun. Highly encourage you to do that if you have yarn that you are just sitting on and not going to use. Send it to your friend. I think I only have one other thing that's finished, and then the rest are just chaotic starts. I made this, just like a standard neckerchief thing. I actually really wanted it to be longer, but I got bored and I couldn't be bothered. But I guess here it is. I don't know. I don't know why I made this. It was kind of just like a pocket project for me to have on the go. I'm trying to think of, I think I also used yarn that my friend sent me too. And that felt really good to like use some of the yarn that they sent me. I also wear these. Do I? Like this too. So that's that. It's just like the basic beginning of a shawl. Like if you just continued doing this for a really long time, you would have a shawl. Okay, the rest are things that I basically am trying to figure out if I can finish before I leave. Wait, no. I finished this a long time ago. This is a test knit for Taylor Owen, the bookkeeper cardigan, and I'm showing it again because I wore it recently. When I finished it, I put these like giant purple buttons on it because I didn't have buttons that would go well with it. And when I bought buttons for this recently, I bought these buttons for this and I just swapped them out. And it looks much better. I mean, this is all wrinkly and wild because I wore it to work the other day. But these are much nicer. Also, I will say I messed up big time knitting this. Not messed up, but just like didn't finish it because this kind of sat for a really long time unfinished, and I just was working on the the ribbing border, and it's, I don't know if you can tell, but the colors are really similar, but it's like a 2-color rib, and the way I knit takes forever to do that, and I just got really fed up and I didn't want to do it anymore. By the time I came back to the sweater to finish it, like maybe almost a year later, I just did like a couple more rows and then bind off everything and called it done. So the button band like isn't wide enough, and the buttons sit like over the edge of it. I don't like that. But it is really cute, and I bought really expensive yarn for this. I love these colors, so I'm wearing it. Like I don't care about that, I'm wearing it. But like I said, I wore it to work the other day, and it was like fine in the beginning. I work as a tattoo artist, and we had lots of fans on. We had like a swamp cooler going. It's hot here still, at least hot for me in the Bay Area. And then it was like, while I was tattooing, I was like, this is wool. Like, it was just very apparent that I was wearing a wool sweater, and it was so hot and I was sweating, and why didn't I just take it off? Good question. But I was also wearing like a very small tank top, which is fine. I can wear what I would like. But once I was at work and in work mode, I just felt a little too naked. So that's why I put my sweater on, and then I kept it on. Long story short, it's stinky. It's just, I need to wash it. And I think today I'm gonna wash a few of my knits so they will be dry by the time I leave. It's supposed to be quite nice and warm in Copenhagen as well, like high of 70 most days I'm there. But when I check the weather, like there's just many days where it's also like 60, and I know I'm gonna need a few layers, and I'm gonna want to wear things I've knit because I can't do that here yet. It's too warm. So I'd like to wash this, is what I'm saying. It smells. Last finished object, but I didn't finish it. I bought this from my friend Ren, who we were doing the yarn swapping together. I'm just gonna button it closed so I can show it better. But they crochet. I think one day soon too we'll be knitting. And I just fell in love with this. I love the way it fits on me. I always like want cotton garments, but I don't like working with cotton yarn. I just really don't like it. So I bought this from them, and check it out. Look at what they made. Isn't that cool? It's beautiful. And it looks really good on me, I must say so. I don't ever wear red, but I love this. And my friend made it. Most of everything, you know, I made, so I'm like, those are my stitches, but these are my friend's stitches. So that's that. Thank you for making that. Okay. Okay, so actually, like some actual work stuff. I've shown this before. The test is almost complete, and I'm just like in awe of what people have made, and really, really, really happy that the test went well. A few of my previous tests, excuse you, Tino is like sneezing. Hold on. You okay? Okay, what? Maybe I'll edit that out, huh? You know I won't. You know I'm not going to. A few of my previous test knits have had like big mistakes in the pattern. That is what test knitting is for, and it's fine. But it does kind of like make me feel like an idiot sometimes, to be honest. And I know I'm not, and it gets corrected, and I'm really grateful for the tester's help. This test has been so smooth that I check in sometimes and I'm like, hello, are you guys knitting? And people are like, yeah, I'm knitting it, it's fine, which is really nice. And am I done with it? No, I'm like pushing so hard to finish this last sleeve. But remember this? This is using Spin Cycles yarn. This is maybe the best and most favorite thing I've ever made in my life. I've made a lot of things in my life outside of knitting, outside of just in general. Let's see. I don't have much more to go, but it's just, I don't want to work on this. I want to like cast on new things and get excited about like, what am I going to work on the plane? And my mind is just elsewhere, and I have to finish the sleeve, and it's really annoying. I haven't even started packing, which is like pretty unlike me. That's a whole different thing though. So here it is. I need to finish the sleeve, and the test I think is ending at the end of September, and then the pattern's coming out the first week of October. I have to double check what actual date, but I'll be back on here to talk about that when it's time. And also, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see it, and if you follow Spin Cycle, you will also see it. This is the only yarn that's not Spin Cycle. It's Knitting for Olive mohair. I don't know what color it is right now, but I'm very excited about that. It's called it the, excuse me, the Daydreamer cardigan. And there's like quite a few Daydreamer cardigans out in the pattern world, but for some reason I couldn't like turn away from that name. It needed to be called that. So I also put it in French, as like one does if it's saturated in English, just put it in another language. So it's also the cardigan rêvissé, which means the same thing. So that's that. And then I don't think I've shown this. I've maybe shown the yarn. This is a cardigan I'm designing with Ritual Dyes yarn. And this is their DK Priestess yarn in the color Lithadora. Right now it looks like nothing. It just looks like a plain stockinette cardigan, and it'll be steeked up the front. It also has steeks for pockets. So there's not much to show there. I have a few more inches before I separate the front and the back, and then there is a textured element on the rest of it, but for right now it's just stockinette. But look how beautiful the yarn is. It's really pretty. It looks really pretty in the skein as well. I just didn't bring one out to show you, so you'll just have to believe me. So that is that. I'm hoping I can have this. That's not gonna happen. October, November, December. I'm hoping to have this released in December. No, that's not possible because it's gonna take me a while to finish it. I'm hoping to have it released by January, which is later than I proposed to them, and I'm a little behind on this one and the design for a verb for keeping warm, both which I think aren't gonna get mad at me and yell at me, but in my mind I'm like beating myself up over it. Even though they are self-imposed deadlines, they did not ask me to finish it by that time. That's just where I'm at. Okay. I'm going to talk about a bunch of stock projects and then talk about the 2 sweaters that I'm thinking, one that I know I'm going to finish either by the time I leave or on the plane. It's very close to being finished. So the other thing, I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to bring it or not, because like, why would I bring half of a sweater? Why would I bring like this much mass when I could just start something like small, and then then I could just deal with packing it larger later. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Remember these? I'm pretty sure I talked about these because I thought I left one in the movie theaters and like was freaking out, and then I found it. Why are they still not done? One is done. Here is the other one. They are not the same size because I was knitting in the theater. This one is clearly longer, but they're siblings. They're not twins. It's fine, okay? Honestly, I was knitting this for somebody that I was very briefly dating, and I'm not dating them anymore. I'm not dating anyone, and that's the way it's gonna be for some time. Can't deal with it. So I am making these for my dear friend who is watching my cats when I'm gone. Worked out really nicely that they had the same size feet. Yeah, so I thought I was gonna finish these before I leave, which is still possible. No, I don't think it is actually. I'm just being like overly optimistic. So he'll probably get them when I return. I don't think I'm gonna bring these either, so maybe a little bit after. We're having kind of a combined birthday party with me, him, and somebody else the weekend after I get back, and maybe I'll just give it to him then. I made Starboy for his birthday, so like there's already been a birthday gift, so these would be like thanks for watching my cats, but given to him on our birthday party. He doesn't watch this, so it's fine. This is probably gonna be the first video that he watches though, and that'll ruin it. So one pair that are lingering. These have been lingering a long time. This is also yarn from my friend Ren. Just this yarn. I had this in stash. I just started like coming back to this color. And I don't know why these are taking so long too. I think maybe because it's ribbing, honestly, and I don't really care to work on knit one, purl one all the time. But I am gonna bring this on the plane. I don't expect I'm gonna finish the pair or care to on the trip, so I'm not gonna bring like the additional yarn to make the second pair because that's just bulk in my bag that I really don't want. So maybe I won't bring it. I don't know. I don't know, but I had it in my mind that I would, or that I would be working on socks on this trip. And so when I bought those buttons recently, a few days ago, excuse me, I bought this. I don't know why I couldn't just buy the buttons. That's all I went there for. But instead I bought this sock yarn as well, this self-striping patent sock yarn. It's so pretty. That's what got me. And they were having a sale, and I had like on top of the sale, 20% off your entire purchase. So, I mean, it was this deal, but I don't need this. So I started this as a little treat for myself because this had been lingering for so long, and I recently was dog sitting for a couple weeks, which was a really long time, and it was just very hard on my body physically because I walk everywhere. So when I got this to this point, I was like, ugh, I did it, I'm exhausted, and I still did it. I get to start this as a treat. And that's as much as I did. I started rewatching and binging Lost. So that's kind of what this reminds me of for some reason. Kind of reminds me of Kate. I don't know why. She would never wear that. It's the colors. So I have this pair of socks too. That's 3. That's number 3 of socks. I recently taught some of my friends to knit, which is really, really sweet, and they're really enjoying it, and it's like such a win-win situation. One of my friends is gonna start her very first pair of socks, and I'm getting together with all of them before I leave to like kind of help go over how to read patterns and any questions they might have. So when I'm gone, everyone can knit, and when I come back, I can be blown away and proud of what they've done. I'm already blown away and so proud of them. So there will be more like sock stuff coming, and I might work on this during that time so she can kind of see what's going on. Okay, last two things are, am I gonna finish it by the time I'm gone or something like that. This I've talked about a bunch of times. It's the, look, I don't know which side is the front and the back anymore. I've been trying to look for my short rows and I just can't find them. And I feel like it kind of sits higher, and it would make sense that the tail of my cast on is in the back. I just can't really tell though. This is the step-by-step sweater by Florence, handmade by Florence. My phone keeps reflecting, and I think it might be because of the screen protector I have on it. I recently broke it. Like, my screen is fine, but the protector on it is broken, and ever since then this has been happening. But whatever. So I started this last year for my ex-partner, and then we broke up. And I've said it before, I'm not going to talk in depth about it, but sometimes I believe in that sweater curse, because every time I've tried to knit something for a partner or someone I'm dating, we break up. We break up. And I see lots of people knit for their like spouses, like their wives or husbands, and they stay together. I don't know, maybe you have to be married. I don't know. But like, I started this for her, and very shortly after we broke up. And I can't wait to finish this for myself. And I'm in my mind, when I wash it and block it, I'm like washing away that energy, and it's just gonna be my sweater after. But it does give me like curse energy currently. But I think it's gonna look great on me. And I just have this one sleeve left. I hadn't put the stitches on the needle to work the sleeve until the night before last, so I've done like 2 rows. That's a quick finish. All I have to do is the sleeve. So I'm thinking that because I have to finish this, I'm gonna put my energy there before I leave. Like, that's what I'm working on each night. And then I think I'm gonna finish this on the plane and either steam it if there's like a little steamer or iron in my hotel room, or I'll wet block it there. Yeah, so this is coming with me. I would like to wear it there, like in the evening or early morning. I do think it's going to be really warm. Like, wearing this is going to be very warm. I'm not bringing like a coat, so in the event I am very cold for some reason there, I will have this worsted weight wool sweater. Yeah. Not, I mean, I was gonna say it's not my color, but it's like very similar to the color I'm wearing. Not my color, but a good opportunity to like be like, actually, yes, it is. Yeah, okay, don't make things for your partners. I was gonna say, teach them to knit and have them make their own, but that's just kind of funny because I did that. Okay, last thing that is not new. I've been showing this for a long time. I've made no progress on it. I just decided to take it out because I would love to wear this. I really want to wear this color. This is my second lento. Oh, I was just thinking, my first lento I made last year. Last year I was gonna go on this trip and then it didn't work out. And I was like rushing to finish my first lento sweater to wear there. And I'll bring that too, and I get to wear that. This is my second one. And let's see. With like the length of clothing I like to wear, I do like having my, this is like my belly button is where the button is. I do like having my pants that high all the time. So I would like this to be like maybe here. I wonder if I should just start the ribbing then. That's exciting. I think I'm just gonna start the ribbing because I want the ribbing to be a little bit longer than this. Maybe I already did and that's, no, just making stuff up. That's great. That means I'm almost there. And I think it'll get longer when it blocks too. So we need to finish the bottom and then decide if this is going to be a long sleeve or a short sleeve. That's the real question. Do I want to knit sleeves, which for me feels like it takes forever, or do I just want to like put some ribbing on these sleeve caps and call it a short sleeve? Why would I make a short sleeve mohair wool sweater? I think I have to knit the sleeves. Can you tell that I love knitting sleeves? Everything that's lingering is because of sleeves. That's terrible, except for the socks. My only concern is, I think you can tell that I'm using two different colors of mohair. This is like one that matches the yarn pretty spot on, and then this mohair is darker. That's because the mohair I'm using for this project, I had a really light one that's not here yet, or ever, I don't know, not present, and then the mid, and then the dark, and it was for a different project that I no longer wanted to make, and then I adapted it to this, meaning I don't have more of this, and I have to do the sleeves still. So I don't know what to do. I don't know what brand of silk mohair this is, because I lose the ball bands for mohair like right away. That could be a reason to make it a short sleeve. I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. This is not enough for the sleeves. I wish I could just find another one in my stash. So that's been actually a big factor on why this hasn't moved, because I don't really know what to do about the mohair situation. I don't think it really matters, like, if I use a mohair that's lighter than this and it's just kind of color blocky all over, like, who cares? I refuse to buy more mohair though for this. So I don't know, I'll figure it out. I don't know, but I really like this. My first Lento, the mohair I used was a polyamide mohair blend, and I didn't know any better. I was on this kick of like not wanting to use silk, which I've gotten over. I don't like thinking about how the bugs are, the silkworms are, I don't like thinking about how to harvest it, yet I do like silk. So my first Lento is a little scratchy. Once I warm up, it's fine, but it's just not that soft. And this is just ridiculous. This is just so nice. So that's that. For my actual trip, I don't want to buy a bunch of yarn there. I don't know if when I'm actually there and it's priced lower because I'm there and I'm not buying like Danish or European yarn here where it's been imported, I don't know if that's going to change my mind and I'm going to freak out. And I've already had it in my mind that I will be shipping whatever I buy for myself, for my friends, my family, back to me here. That I'm not going to like shove it in my suitcase and deal with that. For some reason, I'm learning this about myself. I do not want to travel with a bunch of stuff. That's why I haven't started packing yet, is because I've been going back and forth in my mind of, am I going to use my large suitcase, big suitcase, like I could fit in it, or am I going to use this like very small compact suitcase that could fit in like an overhead carry-on, even though I'm checking my bag, but it's just like small, it's just easy. Have one suitcase and a bag or a backpack, but not all this stuff. Like, what do I need all that stuff for? I'm gonna be out and about all the time. I'm only gonna be in my hotel room really at night. Like, I don't need all this stuff. But I'm trying to figure it out. So I think I have it in my mind. I'm taking my small suitcase. Anything I buy, like yarn or souvenirs or whatever, I'm shipping back to myself. So technically I could do whatever in terms of what I buy if I'm gonna ship it back. But I don't need yarn. If you knew how much yarn I had. I've actually been destashing it on Reddit, which has been really nice. It's kind of like how people have Pokemon cards and then they sell them. It's like I have stock like under my bed that I can sell off. So I was thinking that I would maybe buy like special skeins. I'm thinking, even though I have an arsenal of sock projects, like pretty one skein of sock yarn that I can make a pair of socks with. I think that's kind of my go-to with like commemorating a trip or time. The only times that I have like commemorated a trip with yarn more than a sock is if like I'm being driven. I don't drive, but if like I'm going on a local trip and like I'm in a car and I can put a sweater quantity of yarn in there and just move along, but not if I'm gonna carry it all. So I'm thinking like sock yarn, maybe like a pretty mohair skein. Maybe I can find, I think this is, I can't remember what it's called actually, but I think I know what it is and I could find it there. Rowan, I think it's Rowan. That's all. I don't know what I'm saying. that's what I have going on, and that's what I'm planning on doing. I leave Wednesday next week, and I'll come back Wednesday the next week. Really excited. I am rushing to finish this, not only because the test is ending and the pattern will be coming out, but also because I want to take my finished photos there. There's a few locations in particular that I really want to take them. I actually just broke my phone tripod setting up for this. So I'll get another one of those. And yeah, I think I'm gonna be blown away with like everywhere I can take photos of that, but there's a few places that I think are gonna be absolutely beautiful, and I'm really excited for that. I'm not excited for my flight. I don't really fly well. I can't sleep on planes, and my flight is throughout the night, so that's gonna be really fun. I need to go on and see if I can choose my seats, because I must have aisle seats, because I'm gonna need to get up and go pee like all the time. Just knowing that, I don't know, knowing that I'm stuck on a plane makes me have to go to the bathroom all the time. And if I'm not in an aisle seat, it's just like kind of miserable. Hopefully I can sleep on the plane. It doesn't matter what I do. Like if I take something, it doesn't matter. It's just not gonna happen. But we'll see. If not, I'll have lots of knitting. I'll finish that sleeve on that sweater. I'll have a brand new sweater when I get off the plane to wear. And then I'm gonna have the time of my life. I am traveling alone, and it's gonna be awesome. I get to do whatever I want all the time. My birthday is within this trip, so I am spending my birthday alone abroad, which when I booked the trip, I was like super thrilled about, and now I'm a little sad about. But I am celebrating with all the people I know and love when I get back, so it's fine. I think it works out great, actually. I have it in my mind that I might make a video while I'm there, or like some vlog type video, but every single time I come on here and make a video, I'm like, I'm gonna be back more regularly, and I'm not. So I don't know, we'll see what happens. But that's it. That's all I have going on. I will be back to talk about the release of the Daydreamer cardigan, and this test knit will be out, I don't know, hopefully in like the next week. So if you follow me on Instagram, you can see it there. It'll also be in the testing pool on Ravelry if you follow that group as well. So with that, I hope you are taking care of yourself and being kind to yourself and the people around you, and love you. Bye.